Well, her name's Rock Chalk. She's the talk of the town. We're the German Shepherd duo, always sniffing around. Smith and Wesson by her side, they ain't just for show. They're the muscle when she's hustling, solving crime on the go. She's got her boots in the dirt, she's cracking the case. A true crime queen with a smirk on her face. Loves her country rap bumping, got that twang in that beat. You mess around with her, you're in for a treat. Oh, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got a badge and a sassy attitude to boot. Kicks down doors like she's in hot pursuit. Smith and Wesson bark, don't you dare run. She's the queen of the scene, yeah, she gets it done. Country rap on the radio, she's cruising the street. From the city to the sticks, she's the one to meet. Her motto's real simple, don't try no bluff. Mess around all you want, but you'll find out quick enough. Whoa, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel. With a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got her back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out. Hey! She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel. With a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got it back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out.
Neighbors, warning the town, the Rock Chalk crew is messing around. They're chasing justice sharp and bright. Welcome to the fam, keep your truth in sight. Deb C's got receipts from 1882. Hacked the database with a can of glue. Hawk sees your blade from another state. Still found time to bake a cake. Nota's running, not from crime. She just forgot the noodles this time. Micah singing ballads to his cat. Solved a case just like that. Black opal, sneaky, mysterious style. Caught a lion through a bathroom tile. Christopher preaches and takes the stand. Turned water to coffee with just one hand. Mama lost us where the bones are hid. She just laughs and says, guess I'm part of the grid. Beach babies tanning with suspects in tow. Solves crime while surfing, justice on the go. We're Rock Chalk, wild, weird and free. Breaking down lies, men waxing spree. Truth, drama, and twists for days. We solve cold cases in chaotic ways. Dance like a suspect caught on tape. Delightfully chaotic, got rage and style. She filed an FOI right from the mile. Lavender sweet till the plot gets thick. She solved the riddle with a selfie stick. Gail's got Release of its top secret grade. She backed the case with a pink band-aid. Jeans speeding through charts and maps on display. Racing for truth, she's blazing the way. Ostrichen boots with an attitude, pecking the facts and serving the truth. Pete Young is composing the justice jam with a mic in one hand and a jar of jam. Jezebel's casting spells in court, summon a witness in unicorn shorts. Beautiful holidays just glowing bright. She don't argue, she sparkles you right. Leroy snoozing with a solve file stack. He solved 5 cases and still took a nap. American honey, sugar, sass, and sting made the perp confess with a mood ring. Tiny Tots rides in on a scooter of doom, throws glitter bombs right on target zoom. Girly girl's got a side eye that kills. She found the motive using puppy squeal skills. Rock Chalk Squad, we're a little crazy. We solve the puzzles and break the routine daily. We investigate, laugh, and keep spirits high. We're the funniest Justice family, give us a try. Chaos, flare, witness, law, we're Rock Chalk, stand back in awe.
Right. Gunner's a little bit on the edge here. In a hurry, are you? I'll try to do this as fast as I can just for you. How about that? Okay, here we go. Wanted to show you this. Also, thank you, Bianca, for making another Rock Chalk family song. Very much appreciated it. Wait a minute, no volume? Hold on. Oh, I'm not muted. Does anybody have volume? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Should be volume. I don't have anything turned down. Okay, Deb C says you can hear me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Beach Baby, you might have to go out and come back in. Okay, here we go. You should have volume. Alrighty. Okay, as you see right here, this was, thanks Ostrich, thanks everybody. Thanks for you to see a smile. Thank you for everybody coming. So the other day I didn't really get to go over this. If you tuned in the other day, we went over several documents. We went over Paul Grice's testimony. We went over Cora's testimony. Right now I'm trying to match them up, seeing where I see discrepancies at. But what we found out is some people are trying to get rid of assets. And we all know that Veronica's mother filed a wrongful death suit. From the looks of it, a lot of this stuff was done before that suit was filed. But we'll see what happens with it. But one of the things that was also asked for, there was a subpoena sent to Texas County Sheriff's Office. And it has to be returned by Thursday, July 17th. And what they're asking for, I'm just going to skip over all this. All recordings and any transcripts of all non-attorney calls made or received by inmate Tad Burt Collum, Texas County Jail inmate 56471, dated April 13, 2024, all the way to the present. Number 2, all non-attorney correspondence, materials, and documents received or sent by inmate Tad Burt Collum, Texas County Jail inmate 56471, dated April 13, 2024, to the present. One of the things that we found out in the paperwork filed the other day is that rumor has it that Tad was doing dealings from the jail. He's got many farm equipment that had went up for sale, but also his vehicles he bought from the Ford dealership there in Guyman. They also got a subpoena. Then number 3, all recordings and any transactions of all non-attorney calls made or received by inmate Tiffany Michelle Adams, Texas County Jail inmate 56472, dated April 13, 2024, to the present. Number 4, all non-attorney correspondence, materials, and documents received or sent by inmate Tiffany Michelle Adams, Texas County Detention Center inmate 56472, dated April 13, 2024, to the present. And then it's just going to go through all of them. Number 5, all recording and any transcripts, anything that is not attorney related for Cole Twombly, to the Texas County Jail from April 13, 2024 to the present. All non-attorney correspondence, materials, and documents received or sent by inmate Earl Twombly from the Texas County Jail, April 13, 2024 to the present. All recordings and any transcriptions of all non-attorney calls made and received by inmate Cora Gail Twombly, Texas County Jail, dated April 13th to the present. And number 8, all non-attorney correspondence, materials, documents received or sent by inmate Cora Gail Twombly, Texas County Jail, April 13th to the present. Number 9 is all recordings and any transcriptions of all non-attorney calls made or received by inmate Paul Grice, Jeremiah Grice, Texas County Jail, dated April 24th, 2024 to the present. And all non-attorney correspondence, materials, and documents received or sent by inmate Paul Jeremiah Grice, Texas County Jail, dated April 24th, 2024 to the present. As we know, the reason Paul Grice's is different, he was arrested on a different day. If you've been paying attention to the posts, I went and blew it up a little bit so you could read exactly what OSBI did. It says that Paul Grice says that he met them at Four Corners. They told him about DNA evidence and basically told him that everything was leading to him for the crime. He confessed to the murder of Veronica Butler, and OSBI told him they didn't have a warrant, and that what they do, he said, well, I'll go home and take care of some things. When you get the warrant, call me and I'll come in. Well, he seemed to be okay with that. I don't know about you guys, but that don't seem right to me. Don't seem right at all. Since when does you have somebody confess to something, and just because you don't have a warrant, you don't arrest them? It's crazy. It just makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. Here's this one too. Okay, here was this one. It's the subpoena, produce and permit inspection and copying of documents. It is being made out to Wild West Ford, 906 US 54, Guyman, Oklahoma. You are hereby commanded to produce and permit inspection and copying of documents in your possession, custody, or control. The documents that shall be produced are, see, Exhibit A, which is the vehicles that they say that Dad's been trying to sell from jail back to that dealership. They also have till Thursday, July 17, 2025 at 10 a.m. Now, it says you need not to appear in person at this date and time if the documents are delivered to the offices of the underlying counsel on or before the designed date. In order to allow any objections to the production of documents to be filed, you should not produce them until the date specified in the subpoena. And if an objection is filed, until the court rules on the objection. So there you go. There's that one too. But they want everything. They want all documents relating to any motor vehicles bought, sold, assigned, acquired, or otherwise transferred to Wild West Ford by Tad Golem, either individually or through Lori S. Golem, trustee of the TSC Haynes Trust, dated June 11, 2020, and dated April 12, 2024 to the present. For vehicles bought, assigned, or otherwise transferred to Wild West Ford by Tad Golem, either individually or through Lori S. Golem, through the trustee, dated June 11, 2020, the original check, money, order, or wire transfer used to purchase the vehicle dated April 12, 2024 to the present. For vehicles bought, assigned, or otherwise transferred to Wild West through Tad Coleman, either individually or through Lori S. Coleman. Dated June 11, 2020, copies of the check, money order, or notice of the wire transfer received as payment for each motor vehicle dated April 12, 24 to the present. And any transfer of title documents, including reassignment of the title document, whether or not the transfer of documents involved actual sales of motor vehicles dated April 12, 2024 to the present, and any and all other documents, including fax transmissions, letters, notes, or memoranda of conversations, records, and other relevant documents. So there you go. There's all that. And where they served everybody on that. So if anybody has, I'm going to look at chat right now. Anybody have any questions or have anything to say about any of them two that I just read, or anything from the other day that you might have questions about? see here. So glad to see everybody here. There's Ostrich, Deb Seasetter, you could hear me. Tiny Tots is here. Beach Baby's here. There's lots of people in there. There's some new people in here. There's some people that was in here last time. You are free to come in here. You're free to come in here and ask questions. You're free to give your 2 cents worth. The only thing I ask is that you don't use your first and last name, your real ones. That's very, very important. I don't want anybody to be able to dox you, track you down with your first name and last name. It's really easy. You can look at a YouTube video and it'll show you how to change your name to where you're not using your government given name. That's my advice. Don't go to any YouTube channel with your government name, please. Okay, so I don't see any questions there. Hopefully everybody is doing good. I wanted to cover a couple more things that we had covered before, and I'm going to play one of these videos. Let's see here. Oh, I'm going to play this one first. This is something. Many of you are from Oklahoma, and I am a big dog lover, and this one really got me. And this one was on the news tonight, so if you haven't seen it, I want you to see it.
Very shocking discovery. Hundreds of miles away, police in St. Louis say they found dead dogs and several others in distress inside a hot truck.
The person behind the wheel, a man from Oklahoma. News 4's Sydney Batsloff is following the investigation. Sydney.
Tanner, Heather, St. Louis police say it all started when the man from Noble walked into a crematorium asking to cremate 4 dogs. That large number made the staff start asking questions.
No dog deserves that.
What St. Louis, Missouri police officers found inside 38-year-old Robert Peters' box truck was shocking. 16 dogs, 4 of them already dead and 7 in critical condition near death. St. Louis police say the dogs were in unsanitary conditions, covered in their own feces and urine and a sawdust-like powder. Officers described them as lethargic due to extreme heat inside the truck. When asked why he had so many dogs, Peters told police he runs an animal transport business out of Oklahoma. This is Captain. He's one of the dogs found inside. Gone Road Girls Rescue in New Jersey was expecting him.
And it went silent, and we were, pretty concerned. Hadn't received anything. So that's when we turned around and we were like, all right, something's going on.
But then Brooke Thompson heard the news.
We've never actually dealt with anything like this. And we've seen, you see horror stories, but we never actually considered that it would happen to us.
Fortunately, Captain is still alive. Thompson says they're also looking at taking legal action as a rescue.
We want everything to the fullest extent for the justice of not just Captain, but all of the dogs.
Peters is facing 16 animal abuse charges. 9 of them are felonies. He's being held in St. Louis without bond and is expected to appear in court on Tuesday.
That was our girl that used to be with KFDA. It's good to see her. She's doing a good job. I sure hated that she left KFDA. Amarillo, News Channel 10. Also, we had went over this. There's several things we're going to go over. We had went over the cockfighting. There was this was released in June. I'll just play it, and then I'm going to tell you what was updated today. All right. All right. So if you followed the channel, we went over this Shark, a group called Shark, also did many videos on the cockfighting. You know, it's kind of strange. I have a great uncle, and I remember we had a family reunion at Windstar, and everybody said they had to sneak my great uncle in because he was in trouble for cockfighting. I really didn't know what the extent of cockfighting was, but I do know now. And he was never supposed to step foot back in Oklahoma. But if you know where Windstar is, it's right there by Lake Texoma in that area, right there by the border. But so anyway, here is the update today on some of that is going on. The guy that you saw in the picture, he is the guy that runs Oklahoma Game Fowl Commission. Okay, that's who was at them cockfighting fights. And as you know, Shark would call the police, and somebody with the sheriff department would call and let them know that they were coming. So unfortunately, everybody would be gone. Even though Shark was out there filming, everybody would be gone by the time the sheriff department got there. There's many people that's been involved. It's been said that the governor of Oklahoma agrees with cockfighting. I don't know. It's just what's been said. But as of July 15, 2025, Oklahoma Game Fowl Commission is under ethics investigation. Hopefully they follow through with that. The Oklahoma Ethics Commission approved a motion to pursue prosecution in district court against the Oklahoma Game Fowl Commission for alleged financial disclosure rule violations. Now remember, the guy that runs this was the guy they had circled just in that a month ago in Tulsa. In a document, the Ethics Commission official said in a statement that it has been investigating the campaign finance allegations. At its meeting on November 8, 2024, the commission determined that there was reasonable cause to believe violations of Rule Number 2 may have occurred and authorized a formal investigation according to a document. Now, this looks like it's investigating finances, but hopefully they go as deep to investigate the head guy of the Game Fowl Commission that is attending these cockfights. The Game Fowl Commission is an organization designed to promote the interests of game fowl owners in Oklahoma. According to its website, accessed through the Internet Archive, in recent years, the commission has pushed to lower the penalties for cockfighting in the state and has donated to legislators' campaigns, one of them being your governor. It's a felony to own, possess, keep, or train birds with intent of cockfighting in the state of Oklahoma. Oklahoma Game Fowl Commission President Anthony DeVore, that's who you saw in that video, did not immediately respond to a request for comment, and in an email to the commission could not be delivered. Recently, animal rights groups, the one we just saw was Animal Wellness Action. We also watched Shark, asked for the Ethics Commission to examine the organization. Last month, the group released videos captured through undercover investigations saying they show commission leaders DeVore and Secretary Blake Pierce at cockfights in eastern Oklahoma. We are pleased that the Ethics Commission is taking this case seriously, said Kevin Chambers, Oklahoma State Director of Animal Wellness Action. So there you go. We'll try to follow up on it and see what comes out of that. I mean, they are breaking a law. Let's see here. Nona says, let me make sure I got this. Welcome, everybody. I see Cyborg Mama, Justice. I know Jay Thomas is in here. I raised the chickens hatched in my son's science class. I almost gave the roosters to a young boy on my route. He said it was for 4-H. A coworker told me no, they are cockfighters. Loves golf. We have a friend here in Kansas, lives on a lake, a little sand pit, and he had all these big blue barrels all throughout his place. And later on, he told us that he used to raise roosters and he used to do cockfighting. And he told us that some of his roosters he shipped clear to Hong Kong when he couldn't fight them no more, and he made buku bucks, like a lot of money, just on them roosters. And he had some pretty ones. I'm going to say that a lot of them are really pretty. Nona says, I later asked the boy, and he told me he gets paid to supply roosters. I told him I would pay him more. There you go. There you go. Okay, also, when we first come into chat tonight, there was somebody in here. I had not seen them before. Mo, hog shooter. This is what they said. You should help with the case in the Oklahomian. Alan Becker case in Adair County. Oklahomian killed a man. The case is based on Yellowstone, a man murdered in retaliation of his son being beat. Tulsa County won't do anything about this case. It was moved from Adair County, Oklahomian, to Tulsa County. That should have said Oklahoma, but okay. So I did look it up. I said I'd look it up, see what I could find. I did look it up, and I'm going to do some more digging and see what I can find. Drop some record acts, freedom of record acts, and see what we can find. But just so you guys can see what I did find.
Carl's life and Tammy's life and Carl's life and Tammy's life and all of Adair County. We're not a TV show.
We begin with a tragic story that prosecutors believe sounds so much like a country drama. They referenced Yellowstone when telling family they would not be charging their neighbor in a deadly shooting. That neighbor claimed he was defending his family. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation says there is probable cause for a murder charge. Good evening, I'm Erin Christie. I went out to the small community of Westville to get details on this complicated case and controversy. Deep in the woods of the Cherokee-Adair County line, miles of winding gravel road where we often lost cell service is where husband and grandfather Carl Hutchinson lived for decades. On May 30th, he got a call from his stepson claiming a group of neighbors blocked his car on the road, beat him and his car with a sledgehammer, stole his phone and shotgun, and threatened his life. Investigators believe Alan Becker organized the attack because he thought the stepson had burned his barn. Documents suggest Hutchinson, unarmed, went and banged on Becker's door and threatened to kill his family. Investigators believe when no one answered, he got back into his truck and tried to leave, but was blocked by Becker on a tractor in his driveway. There, OSBI investigators believe Hutchinson stayed in his truck while Becker emptied his rifle into the windshield, murdering him. Because a witness and neighbor is a county commissioner, the Adair County District Attorney recused from the case. An assistant Tulsa County DA took over and charged Becker with multiple crimes related to the attack on the son. Becker was not charged in the killing of Hutchinson.
A lot of the members of the Adair County community and the Cherokee County community are upset about how this case is being handled by the Tulsa County DA's office.
Attorney Rachel Dallas was asked to be an advocate and fight for justice for Carl Hutchinson. She says she agreed, especially after learning the DA's office used a PowerPoint entitled Yellowstone to explain to family, including Carl's wife Tammy, why the state believes a rural jury wouldn't convict Becker.
Carl's life and Tammy's life and all of Adair County, we're not a TV show. That absolutely broke my heart for her while also absolutely enraging me.
Dallas says this is not about assuming guilt or innocence. It's about a chance.
I've never once had a trial where I knew what was going to happen at the outcome. You don't know. Juries are unpredictable. And I don't agree with thinking that because you might lose, it's not even worth trying.
Dallas also pointed to Marcy's Law, passed by Oklahoma voters in 2018, designed to give crime victims and families a voice in the legal process and constitutional rights, including fairness, dignity, and the right to be free from intimidation. Now, the stepson was not charged or considered a suspect in that burning of the barn. Becker is charged with conjoint robbery, assault, injury to property, and pointing a firearm. But as of tonight, the other men who allegedly joined him in that attack have not been charged. Their cases are under review by the Cherokee Nation Attorney General's office. I have also reached out to Becker's attorney and the assistant DA, Eric Graylis. Both declined comment.
All right. So Cyborg Mama says, why does Adair County sound so familiar? Something else happened there. I'm not real sure. Maybe chat knows. There's a lot. That could be the one where the three guys was riding their bike and they went fishing and they were adults and they wound up dead and they ended up arresting a guy on the property there. That's right outside of Tulsa too. A lot happens outside of Tulsa. and that's where Adair County is. So maybe that's why. Very well could be. What also catches my eye is OSBI is involved again, and I'm going to tell you that a family member of London's reached out to me. It was not her mom and it was not her uncle, but they said that still nobody has been arrested in her case. I don't know, still don't exactly know what's going on. Waiting for the medical examiner's report. The email I got back said it could take up to 9 weeks and maybe longer. But that young lady's body was stuck on the side of a road going up to a farmer's house. Somebody put that body there, okay? And it was said that she was with two young men, and the names were out there. And yeah, I'll read that in a minute, Cyberg. I see it. Thank you for looking it up. Anyway, and nobody's been charged in that. Either way, some people came in here and said she OD'd. We don't know any of that until the medical examiner's report comes back. But somebody left that body laying there. Who left that body laying there? Who put that body there? And at the very least, they should be charged with tampering with corpse, right? Since they just dumped it. Anyway, we're going to stay on top of that too. Cyborg Mama looked it up. The Adair County Sheriff confirmed 5 men have been charged in the death of Randolph England of Mulberry, Thursday, January 23rd, 2020. There you go. It could be that. There's a lot, though, girl. There's a lot that, listen, there's a lot that happens in Oklahoma. There's a lot that happens everywhere. But one thing that seems to be a pattern is once OSBI gets involved, nothing gets solved. I mean, yeah, something got solved in Veronica and Jillian, but it's because of you guys. Everybody stayed on top of that case. Nobody was taking the fact that they were maybe taken for trafficking. We wasn't buying it. We stayed on it. So these other cases we got to stay on too and see if we can't help these people, these families get justice and get the answers they need. Look at Noah. Noah's another case there. Found at the side of the road, had been there all Labor Day weekend. This Labor Day weekend, it'll be 2 years. He was naked, 2 different shoes on. His clothes was just not too far from him. He was really banged up. We're going to go over that case again. Nothing for that family. So now the family is doing a civil suit, and they're suing everybody from the people that owned the house where the party was all the way to where the liquor was bought. So, I mean, they got to have a way to do that. Bianca gave a gifted membership. Congratulations to Mermaid Mary RN for her gifted membership. Thank you, Bianca. Yes, Cyberg, that Noah case is devastating. Again, that's another one that the family reached out and asked if we could look at it. I've been trying to pull some stuff and look at it, but that's a sad case. Young man, good-looking young man, too. Really sad. Yes, when you buy a membership, it's given away at random. So that is correct. So does anybody have any questions on anything we went over or anything we went over the other day? Just wanted to check in, catch you up on a few things. I don't really like showing you stuff and then not following up on it. That's why we followed up on the Roosters. And just want to make sure that everybody at least has a chance to talk and we go live a little bit. And as a matter of fact, when I started this live, Rick said, well, I'll be in bed by the time you get off. I have really been trying hard, guys, to make sure I'm not keeping you on here very long. The other day, I did less than 30 minutes. So, whoop, whoop. Absolutely. I like the emojis, too. You did a good job with the emojis, too. Bianca does a lot. I appreciate her, too. I appreciate everything she does. All righty. Well, we'll also go live on Dabbles here real soon. Do some more, maybe we'll do it tonight. We could do it tonight, too, and do some more music and some more music trivia. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to do it? Let me know. If you want to do it, we'll do it. Do some more music trivia. All righty. Also, if you have a channel, please drop your link. Go check out their channel. We love our family here. Listen, every one of you has been here from the get-go. Definitely appreciate it. We're going to stay on top of it. Okay, Journey, you want to do it again? All right. Okay. Give me just a few minutes. We'll go. Journey, if you want to be on the panel, you can. We'll go over to Dabbles and we will do some music trivia. Okay, guys? Much love to everyone. We're going to get off of here. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll try to keep you up to date. Again, go over to Rock Chalk Dabbles and we will do some music trivia. As always, much love to each and every one of you. I hope you have a great week. You're almost to hump day. Almost to the hump day. All righty.
Rock Chalk family rising up like a storm. Oklahoma, Kansas roots been reborn. Texas fires burned under California skies. OHIO screaming into the night. Smith and Wesson, locked, loaded, they gleam. German Shepherd pups chasing down their dreams. Fire it up from the plains to the hills. Kansas hearts beat wild, unchained by their wills. Smith and Wesson, locked, loaded, they gleam. German Shepherd pups chasing down their dreams. Fire it up from the plains to the hills. Kansas hearts beat wild, unchained by their wills. Devin, sit back, I got money, could they cry? Mama lost, holds her head in the sky. Marvin Valley for 20 battled away. Jezebel witch won't be silenced today. Bitter winds howl on the edge of the plains. Dust and struggle carve lives in their veins. Legends whispered in the fields they blaze. Ignite the night, set the world in a craze. Lost and found in the shadow